My time at LHS was pretty interesting. Kind of seeing where it is now. It's grown a lot, and from when I was there, it was a lot of changes, but adapting to the different situations and stuff. So it was pretty interesting being there and seeing it all where it wanted to be, and then finally achieving that goal.
Very cool. I know you were part of kind of a special football team that we deemed we had 7 guys that we finished a 6-man football season with. How was that?
But
Can you tell us a little bit about that season?
well, I still remember the name, the Majestic Seven. It was always fun. It definitely helped me grow a lot. Going through persevering and just constantly fighting through whatever puts you on your knees. And I mean, that it was. We lost a lot of teammates, and at the same time, we grew a bond that never really was forgotten, and good friendship. And it was really fun. It was probably the funnest thing that's happened during the whole LHS and just growing and stuff like that.
Very cool. So I know you did culinary school and you've been working restaurants and other places. What are you up to these days?
Um, well, when I graduated, I was working in San Antonio, got into the hotel business, and moved my way up in there. But recently, due to kind of everything that's been going on, I moved up in the country, hill country, up in Horseshoe Bay. I run a restaurant, seafood restaurant up here, and then kind of doing a personal entrepreneuring with private chef and stuff like that. So kind of just moving forward in that aspect, staying true to my main goals, and just moving forward and never regretting anything.
Cool. I saw you did a trash can turkey for Thanksgiving. How'd that turn out?
It was really good. My family ended up 2 weeks after doing another one because just for the fun of it, and so it was good. It came out. It took about 2 hours, and it was really good. It was fun.
Cool. So where does that come from? Who pioneered that idea?
My grandfather actually, when my kids or when me and my cousins were very little, I was I think around two or so. But my older cousin, he doesn't remember it either. But my grandpa had done it once and showed my mom, my uncle, and his kids, and we hadn't done it in almost 10, 15 years. And my mom's been going through recipe books and stuff like that. And she had come across it. And she was like, "Oh man, we need to do this." And so it popped up after 15 years, and pretty much every Thanksgiving we do it now, and just for the fun of it. So
Very cool. I know your mom's big into cooking as well. Are there chefs or entrepreneurs or people who are who you've got taken inspiration from to influence your cooking and your craft?
my aunt, she's owned three different restaurants, and kind of towards the end, she's been running restaurants as well. That's one big inspiration that comes from. Right now in the works, me and my mom, we're thinking about doing a kind of like an Airbnb, like a bed and breakfast up at the property where we'll do with hunters and education and the whole aspect of everything. So it's pretty much just always been a family inspiration. Always hung out in the kitchen growing up and just always been around good people, good food. So
All right. Well, you had to put me. I would love to be one of your first customers up there because I have, your mom and you have been very gracious since Kylie and Austin, my two little kids, were well since you were in high school. Some of their first memories of hunting are out at your property, and every year they want to know, can we go back to Miss Hardcastle's again this year? So we would be happy to be some of your first patrons in that. That would be awesome.
oh, you're always welcome, and you know that.
What's been one of the most challenging things that's happened to you since you've left high school?
Um, I mean, there's been a lot. I mean, it's kind of hard to kind of put on one hand, but at the same time, I think the hardest was recently when I lost my grandmother. Trying to get over that, and it was kind of in a transition to where it was going from the hotel and more of a corporate situation to more of myself, and so that was pretty much I would say one of the hardest struggles that I had to go through, just kind of keeping away from any kind of toxins or of that sort, and staying true to myself and looking forward and not really looking sideways.
Very good. How'd you end up in Horseshoe Bay?
During culinary school, I came across a couple friends, and one of them, she grew up and born and raised in Marble Falls, which is about 30 minutes from here.
Yep.
And she's been a good friend. Well, when I'd come up during my leaving of my hotel, there was a restaurant that was needing a chef and someone to run it and stuff like that. And she actually opened up another pizza restaurant that was right next door to it. So it kind of turned out to where her and I basically running two restaurants. And so that's how I ended up here and kind of haven't left in the past 6 months.
Cool. Well, I have an aunt and uncle who are up. They're in Granite Shoals, so not too far from Marble Falls and up where you're at. But I'll have to tell them to swing by. They are kind of high risk COVID folks, so they're not going out at the moment. But once all this is over with, I tell them to swing by visit your restaurants. They like to get out and see the local fare. So.
Oh, absolutely. It's Castle Rock Pizza and La Sturgeon Seafood Company.
All right.
And we are following the rules and keeping to the occupancy levels. So if anyone wants to come out, we are doing to-goes as well. So
awesome. You're the second podcast that I've done, and the first one was Josh Miller, who I grew up with, graduated with me, and he's also out running his own business. So it's kind of cool to see different business folks that we have in the community. One of the next ones I'm going to do is Adri Hazelwood, who graduated a year after me, and she's running her own real estate business. So there's a kind of Lutheran high school folks making it happen all over the community. What is your favorite style or thing to cook?
My favorite style, it's kind of anything from scratch. I mean, one thing I lean to for genre or for Italian, I'll lean towards. Recently, we've been kind of experimenting with sous vide machines and stuff like that. So trying to do different kind of meats and doing the curing and charcuterie type of that. So I guess right now would be more into charcuterie. It's kind of what I'm leaning towards and style wise.
Cool. Over a break, for the first time, I took some of the venison that we had and actually made summer sausage. And that it turned out pretty good. I had no idea how it would turn out, but it was a pretty cool process. I'd never done that before. So.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
All right. So who's in your family?
Well, one would be God. And then it'd be my mother. And then a new inspiration is my new hunting dog that I obtained, rescued. So basically us three. And then it'd be my uncle and my aunt who live in Houston and Stratford. So.
All right. Very cool. So outside of the kitchen, what do you do for fun?
Hunting, hiking, going to different restaurants and kind of seeing what's going on out in the culinary world. Like to hang out with friends and do breads and different kind of experimenting with foods and stuff. So kind of leaning towards more the outdoors and food, kind of what I grew up with.
All right. Very good. Thank you for coming in. Is there anything else that you want to add or have to throw out there?
Stay true to yourself. Always focus on where you came from, and life's going to get tough, but as long as you stay true to that, you can always persevere.
All right. Well, thank you for taking time out of your schedule for jumping out of the kitchen to talk with us. Thank you for your time at LHS and making things like the football program go. And I certainly thank you for you and your mom for the influence that you've had on my kiddos and giving them opportunities to get outdoors and hunt and cook for them. I think, you know, there's not too many times where you can just sit in a blind and eat ceviche. So those were always fun experiences, and look forward to seeing you in person sometime soon.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it.
All right, sir. Take care. Mr. Sanders says hi too, by the way. He said don't let RJ go without sending him saying hello to him. So there you go.
Well, next time I'm in town, I'll have to come see you and Jeff.
All righty. Sounds good.
All right. I'll
Take
see you
care,
later.
RJ.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.